welcome to this special edition of Into the Spotlight Talk Show virtual version. Is because today I'm gonna share details and dots about one of the special guests here on Into the Spotlight today. Ladies and gentlemen, with no further ado, I'm gonna introduce you, Samuel Spare.
Thank you,
Yay! Hi, Samuel.
hello. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to this the platform Into the Spoiler Talk Show. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing great too. This is actually the special edition because I have your crew in the studios today as well.
Hello. Good to see you all.
Today, Samuel Sperry, we're going to talk about a little details about what's going on with your life and what you are bringing to the community here in Orlando, Florida. But first and foremost, I want to go in details. Who is Samuel Sperry? And I know you come from New Jersey, right?
Yes, born and raised in New Jersey. Howell, New Jersey specifically is where I grew up. It's been home for years and years and years. That's where me and my family have spent a lot of time, and that's where the whole acting theater bug started. I started at 4 years old. My mom put me in a summer theater camp where I was doing a play called The Gingerbread Man, and I played the old man.
So 4 years old, 4 years old, and
4 years old playing the old man. I know. Typecast, obviously. And I messed up because I was supposed to chase the gingerbread man around a chair, and me being the old man, I guess at young I was ahead of my time and figured this old man ain't gonna chase no gingerbread man, and I just walked off stage.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Like interesting. So 4 years old. So you come from the industry, like your parents are inducted, or you just like have that tendency of be talented since I was a kid.
They just put me in this theater camp because they were trying to find something for me to do, because you know how parents always want their children to do something active, and I wasn't really taking to sports or anything like that. The theater bug has always been there, but it wasn't something that I didn't pursue until later in middle school. After that theater camp, I kind of got shoved into karate, and that's kind of where I guess the dance grew from that. So I did karate for 11 and a half years, and then it wasn't until middle school that I actually got to go on stage for the first time and do an actual musical for. And then that's kind of where the love for theater started, was middle school.
So you have a bachelor in theater from Keene University. That's actually up there in New York.
Yeah, Kane University is where I went to college and got my bachelor's. That's in Union, New Jersey, so it's up north. It was a college I went to because I went to Brookdale Community College first, because with my high school class, if you graduated in the top 20th percentile, you were part of the STARS program, which meant that you could go to your community college for free. So I was trying to help my parents out and use the scholarship and got my associates at Brookdale. And if I did well with grades over there, I could transfer in-state, all my credits would transfer, and even my scholarship would transfer. So that's how I ended up at Kane University. And I chose that school because they had an equity house on board, and I was hoping that I was going to be able to get my equity card while I was training. But unfortunately, all the shows that they were doing the years that I was there, I could not audition for because I was not of the race that they were casting. So there was no chance for me to get any equity card that year. But it's okay. I did learn a lot while I was there, and it definitely ignited a huge level of acting for me because I've always been a dancer first, technically. And so, yeah, but now I incorporate acting into my dancing. So, yeah.
This is interesting because you are a dancer, a singer, an actor, and over the past 16 years plus, you've been dedicated your time in the theme parks industry as well. But although, and like in off Broadways too. Tell me that story, how that merged together, and how you actually started.
Oh boy. Yes, I'm a jack of all trades. I mean, you kind of have to be in this business. I started in theme parks because there is one that is 15 minutes from my house in New Jersey where I grew up. Six Flags Great Adventure. Not sure if I can say name brands or anything.
Oh no! Well, they don't pay me, but either or. We want to know because it is a story, but it is good because maybe you can relate it to.
Yeah, so I that's where I got my start. It's I'll, my first professional job. Technically, was me dressing as a gorilla in Zamboanga of the Amazon.
Okay,
It
questions.
was a 3 minute show, 3 minute show for Fright Fest, and there was a girl chained up, and then she transforms into a gorilla, and then the gorilla goes crazy and like slams down the cage, scares the audience real quick. It was an optical illusion where you saw the transformation happen in real time, and I was the gorilla. So
Interesting.
that's where the professional job came in. But
Nope,
ever
of
since then,
course.
yeah, that's what started, and yeah, it I had the bug, and I kept going. So I did a lot of theme parks, and then from there, did lots of theater, mostly community. I got the chance to do an off Broadway debut. That was Yahweh on Broadway. It was an original work. It didn't pay a whole lot, but I could say I was the lead in it, and I was my first time originating a role, so that was fun. Not sure if that show's still doing anything, but hey, you know what?
No.
I
Well,
started it.
actually, yes, because again, it is resemble and the resiliency. When you actually start doing everything from from crash to get experience and get more trust, I think that's the right path to start like getting everything that you want in the future, and that what took you. What are you doing today? And thank you for sharing that because people believe that, oh, I want to become a famous actor, but they don't want to have this kind of experience. Like you smashing as a gorilla and a theme park and then now becoming a whole producer. Like look at you like years
Yeah,
later and that's pay off. Even the details like off Broadway, but that give you the platform to give you more details to learn. And that's actually people doesn't identify that in the background.
yeah. I've always believed you always have to look for the next thing. I'm someone that if you tell me no, I don't ask why. I don't try and plead and beg. I just move on to the next thing. Because when I've been rejected a lot in my career, as I'm sure a lot of other people have too, but it's always something that pushes me forward. Does it frustrate me? Absolutely. But it pushes me to either one, train more, or two, do something else. Because kind of like you mentioned that I'm a producer, I am producing my first show at Fringe this year. That's going to take place in May of 2025. And what ignited that idea, which is actually technically 14 years in the making, was Six Flags. It was the first theme park that I went to as a kid. And there was one show that was done there that was a Halloween zombie dance show that I wanted to be a part of. I said, I want to do that. And I auditioned for it a lot. Um,
You got cast?
10 times to be exact. Just never given my opportunity to be a part of it. So instead of, I mean, it's tough to be told no that many times, but I told myself that instead of dwelling on that, I'm going to write my own show one day, and that show has finally come to reality. And I'm very very thrilled. I'm honored with my creative team that I have. I couldn't do it without them with the unique situation that we're in, and the cast that I have. Whew,
Amazing.
they are
Amazing.
phenomenal. They are phenomenal.
I do have
Yes.
one question. I will have one question because you mentioned right now the dwelling of the nose. How you use because no for me it is the word of new opportunity. How you do you have any words or you have any mantra? What is your
I haven't heard new opportunity, but that is definitely a new way of looking at it. I mean, the nose can dwell on you. I was dealing with a lot of no's in 2024, and before that, a lot in 2023. It can get daunting, but I
oh
think you have to have a thick skin, and for me, I will get depressed. I'll complain about it, but then I have to like pick myself up and dust yourself off and try again. Kind of like they say in that one song, "Dust yourself off and try again."
yeah.
That's kind of how I do things.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna share my doubts because I think I relate a lot on this with you. It's just I don't know in general me when a nose comes, um, I always prove that yeah, it is not you, it's other person. is other opportunity. Like every time, and I start as you and the acting side. I give up on acting because I still love acting, but I love production more than anything.
Yeah. Well, I know in the age that I'm getting up to, not being able to dance.
Don't say
So,
that.
I have to transition to behind the table at some point, and I knew that I've always wanted to have my own company, direct and choreograph my own shows because I have such a love and passion for this art form. And so yeah, I'm finally making that happen.
I know.
It took a long time to come to, but it's happening, and this is going to be our premiere, our world premiere. And I can't wait for audiences to
Yeah,
come
to
cringe
experience it. Yeah, it's just a
yeah.
thrill. It's a thrill, and I'm so excited for you too as well. And again, I've been in the back since we shared. Well, I share myself to follow you in the social media because people I know people like by the industry of this entertainment just because I frequently went to the theme parks and I see performers doing all this stuff, and then I became uh leadership and haunted houses, and then I that's why everything's resonated just right now with what you do. And when I connect with you, I saw the passions and the dedication, and I see myself like when these projects show into the live studios television side. I see myself in that as like, let me help him, let me how can I be a source or help in that outcome. And before going and diving with the production that you're actually launching soon and excited to share, before that, I just want to take a note that all this year, Sam has been in the production part and the theme parks inside. Right now, you are located, and that's the merging part of this. That you are right now in Osaka, Japan. Am I correct?
That would be correct. Yes.
So that's the reason he's not with us in the live studio. Is because right now in this present today's state, he is in Japan, and I'm understanding you're gonna be a year there.
Yes, my contract started January 10th of 2025, and I will be here till January 25th of 2026 as of now. It was an opportunity that, because like I said, I was hearing a lot of no's from where I was living in Orlando, and I was trying to find anything to audition for because it was getting to the point that I almost gave up performing in 2024 with the amount of no's. That's how daunting it was on me. And so then like I said, I keep moving on to the big next thing. And my thing was, I'm going to submit for the Fringe Festival. I have an idea for this show. Let me go ahead and submit it in. And that'll be my Orlando swan song. Because I keep hearing no's, I'll do this and leave Orlando on a high note, saying that I've produced this show. It was a success. And now I can take this to wherever else I can go from here. But yeah, Universal Studios Japan really, really liked me. They called me back for over 6 roles for my in-person callback. It was a lot. I had to memorize a lot of monologues. I also had to do a language skill check where they give you a little monologue that's in not only Japanese, but in Mandarin Chinese as well. So you have 3 months to prepare for it. And I did all that, had the language skill check memorized, I had the monologues memorized, they had you redo the dance, redo the song, and it paid off because after the in-person, they take you to, if they like you, they take you to an interview stage where they ask you questions. And they actually asked me about my resume. Never have I ever been in an audition room where they actually go through the resume saying, when was this? When was that? And it was just kind of refreshing because usually you can put whatever you want there, but never asked about.
Yeah, and never resonate to you or never prepare because when you go into the interview, they ask you totally like different questions about scenes, about like cause and effects, emotions, and everything like that, but not anything based on your skills and description.
Yeah, so it was very refreshing to actually be asked about my resume that I keep editing all the time before I go into audition. So that was great. And then it was just kind of the waiting game. I got an email saying I was on the wait list. So that was like next steps. But, you know, I kept moving forward, still auditioning in Orlando, still auditioning for cruise ships and other things outside of venues. And then I got an email saying, hey, we're going to give you an offer. And it said a singer offer. So for someone who's been a dancer their whole life to actually get a singing contract was a shock to the system,
Yeah.
but it's I knew it was going to be a new challenge, and I was excited for it. It didn't seem real until I finally got the plane ticket, because I had to do the whole visa process. And I've done visa processes before where things haven't gone so smoothly. Like when I was on cruise ships and had to get a Brazilian visa, I had to go to the New York embassy 3 separate times because they said what I had was incorrect. So I just was preparing myself for the worst for Japan. But Japan was
the process,
crazy.
even that process was a storm trailing to you.
Yeah. So, but it all ended up working out, and I took the very, very long flight over here, and I've been having the time of my life. Our show's been open for 2 weeks, and I already have a fan base over here. The fan culture here is amazing. It's really, yeah, I feel like a rock star every day, and it's so nice.
And so you are. Like I've been seeing clips of the video. It's totally different from the things that you've been doing, like has been doing here on Orlando, Florida. And I didn't know that you were sing a great singer, vocal singer, like the way
Thank
you
you.
do.
Thank you. That's very kind.
What is the difference? What is the difference besides the culture? What is the difference between the performing there and the performing here?
I mean, seeing as how I have to sing in Japanese for 75%. No, what I love about here is that they love the arts so much. I kid you not, people wait for our show to begin almost 2 hours before our first show. They get there into the park, they find their little spot, and they sit and they wait.
Like you're doing like
Japan,
like they're gonna see a famous people in that concert, right? Like Adele.
That's how we feel. I mean, we're just regular people, but they treat us like we are, John Travolta or, Brad Pitt or people that have been around in the industry for like years. It's, I don't know why those were the 2 references I made up, but it
came out like the way it came out.
One of the best feelings. I will never forget when we opened the show. I cried happy tears after that first show. Like even when I was on stage performing, it just the tears kept welling up because I can't believe the amount of people that are out here watching a theme park show, a cheesy little theme park show, and they're thinking it's Broadway. And it really is like what,
and the level
production quality
and the level quality, yeah, the level quality. I was about to say the level quality of that show. Even that I've not even see it remotely the half or the quarter of that, but the glimpse that I just you share on the social media and the people that are recording, it is just so well like. The story base and the costume, bro. The costume.
Yeah, the costume. That costume is fantastic. I love it so much.
Like the costume. It's like that. Oh, something details that I'm gonna highlight is the costume. Oh my god.
It's so good. It's so good. It's a thrill every day to wear it. It's a thrill every day to wear it. I do love it.
I wonder. And all this besides going to Japan and be right now a great performer, singer, and dancer, make you do this show that now is gonna premiere soon on the French Orlando in May. Am I correct?
That is correct. So before I came to Japan, I was doing everything back at home to see, can this be done? Can this be done? I wasn't going to be able to do it without a very, very strong creative team. So as soon as I got selected at the lottery, I started going into planning mode. I put out a blast into the Facebook groups of Orlando Theater Network going, hey, I'm looking for a production team. I need this, 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 this. And I had a slew of people send in a lot of interest in it because I already had the idea for the show, that it was going to be a Halloween themed dance show. The show that I couldn't be a part of at my home park, I was going to make my own. So just to give you a little background of the show, it's written as if it's going to go into a theme park. It is a Halloween dance show where we are awakening Skeleton Sam on Halloween night. He comes to life on Halloween night to celebrate with all his ghoulish friends to dance the night away.
I love
it's
that.
just big dance cabaret filled with some of your favorite Halloween songs and some that you maybe might not know, or some that are recent hits that you're really going to bop to. There, ironically enough, we have 13 songs in the show, which I think is kind of fun for a Halloween themed show. It's just going to be a fun, energetic ride that is I'm very thrilled for people to see, but I wasn't going to be able to do it without a very strong creative team. So after my interviews that I had of countless people, I found an amazing lighting designer who is actually a student. Their interview was so impressive that I wanted to hire them on the spot, but I had to give everyone that was in the waiting.
Yeah, the opportunity to, or be a volunteer rehearsal.
Their name is Rowan Sam, and their interview was so impressive. They're actually working on the lights as they keep getting videos from rehearsals, and they're making a digital working frame of it so where I can see it in real time, what it's going to look like, and they're going to program it to where the lights can just run automatically for the show. And this is coming from a student, and they were a stage manager last year in Queer Up, which was a show that was very, very popular. So they know the Fringe chaos that it is. They were fantastic and one of like the first people I hired. And then I had a set designer who had reached out to me, who was actually someone I worked with last year when I was in How the Grinch Killed Christmas. They were the set designer for Forced Perspective Entertainment, and they reached out to me because they loved working with me and they wanted the opportunity to be a part of this. So easy fix there to be part of it, because here in the Orlando community, it's a very small niche, and you help. And then I had a sound designer who is the husband of one of the people that I performed with at How the Grinch Killed Christmas, who was Grandma Who, everyone's favorite. She said that her husband mixes and does things because our show is very unique to where the dancers are going to be lip syncing to the singers. So all the singers are pre-recorded. But
the voices are amazing though.
Oh, they're fantastic, and Fry Mixes is who was hired, and he is just amazing. You can follow him on socials at Fry Mixes. He wrote all the music. He didn't just take the original songs and just make a karaoke track. He didn't just take the vocals out. He rewrote all the music. He even got musicians to play guitar, to play cello, and he literally took everything from scratch and put the vocals on top, and he would send it to me as soon as he was done. I would send my notes back, and he didn't stop until we were pleased with what we ended up getting for the actual show. So it is it's as he says, it's probably going to be the best music at Fringe. It's honestly
it seems like the whole theme is actually is amazing. So people doesn't know, and I want to clarify this is and he gonna correct me because my accent is more thicker when coming with French, but it's Sam's Skeleton Soirée.
Yes.
Soirée.
Sam's Skeleton Soirée.
Yeah! Let me give you a round of applause myself. I had to. So you're the producer. You're the producer and writer, Samuel Spear. The director and choreographer is Rema Joy.
Oh my God, Rema is amazing. I didn't even get to brag about her yet. I was kind of trying to build up to that. But yes, Rema and I worked at Universal Orlando together in a very heroic venue. And I had talked to her about this just backstage, when you're just in between sets and you're just talking, and I had described this, and she goes, I want to be a part of this. And when I was asking for because I wasn't going to be able to do this show unless it was someone that understood my vision, danced like I dance, has the same creative mind and work ethic, and she and I get along fantastically. I couldn't do this without her. She is my rock. I call her the female version of me. She is phenomenal, and we are we're such a good team, and I can't wait to work with her in the future. This is definitely the first production of many that we are going to do together. This is our world premiere. But she is just a phenomenal individual. And then I also have my stage manager, Ari. They are as soon as I ask something of Ari, they get it done like that. They had Google Docs ready to go. They are on top of things, getting the cast together. Like simple things like me asking for their t-shirt size or something like that. They are on top of it. They even made a calendar of people's conflicts for rehearsals and everything, just so we can keep track of who we have on which day. It's great. And Reem and I have had many a FaceTime conversation talking about concept, kind of venting about frustrating situations, because as a producer director, you deal with a lot of things. We just, I won't go into like too many details, but we did have to fire someone when we were doing some production stuff, as it comes with any nature of the business. So we had to deal with that. We did deal with some drops of people not accepting offers, or accepting an offer and then dropping before rehearsals even begin. So we had a few hiccups along the way. But we are now in rehearsals, and it is looking fantastic. I am very, very thrilled to present it to everyone at Fringe. It's going to be a good time. I am elated. I've cried happy tears, so many happy tears. It's just I get excited.
No, I feel it, and I feel it. You know what the fun fact is? It's just that, like, if you see that, that's actually how dreamers literally see the achievements and success of their project. That I've been like all the year, like the no's, the failing, the adversity, the resiliency, the consistency, everything is just resemble in your actions right now, and I'm really pleased to see you, and thank you for sharing, because though I know the 1,000% of effort that you're putting on this, and it's paying off. That's the thing. Is that
yes. Well, we hope so. We want people to buy tickets. So please.
No. Like Sal, always manifestate the good things, because again, it seems very professional. The team that you actually assemble for this project is like very, like the dedication that you're taking for each of them. Like right now, I'm going through his Instagram because I saw this before, but I'm just going so you can people understand and the social media platform into the spotlight. Like he take the time to introduce each of the person that is working with him. He make a post and he make the dedication. Like the paragraph is actually like a kind of like generally, but it is just the details on details, and see the dedication and how grateful do you see and are for these people believe in your dreams. And I'm so, again, I feel I resonate with you, because sometimes we are so capable to do stuff, but life put us a lot, and we hope ourself in that middle of the way. And I know that this is actually something that you're seeing. In the beginning, see it quite impossible, but again, since day one that I text you and I explain you about off camera why I didn't take this opportunity to work with you, is because my dream, it was actually in the same path and the time that it was involved, but it wasn't because of this. I will be actually part of your team, because I know how production is and how these dedications go through. And again, starting from May 14. May 19 or May 14. Let me go through the time.
May 14th is going to be our opening night. Our first show is at 9:50 p.m. on May 14th. We have 6 other performances throughout the Fringe Festival that will be posted on our social medias, as well as the Orlando Fringe website. Tickets officially go on sale April 14th, which will actually be the first day that you can get a little teaser of our show, where they will be performing live for the first time. They'll be performing an actual number from the show. We only get 2 minutes to showcase a little bit, and it's the perfect number to showcase because it's our title number, Skeleton Sam.
Oh, wow.
I will let you know that it's going to be Skeleton Sam, because it tells the whole entire story right then and there.
It's like, it's no ego. It's the character.
It's going to, and I didn't name the show after me, by the way. I've named it after the song. Okay, it's just a coincidence that it shares names with me.
Nobody. I was about to say like, no, you know what? What I thought in the beginning was like, oh no, but Now, thank you so much for explaining it because now I make
Yeah,
more sense.
it's just a coincidence that it happens to be my personal name in the title. It's because we're basing it off of the song Skeleton Sam. Because when I first had this idea for the show, I didn't know what the storyline was going to be. I was like, how do these songs come together? What are we celebrating? And I happened to be watching Hocus Pocus 2, and I heard this song, and I said, there's my story.
One
So as
day
soon as I
on
heard that
another.
song, I know, I'm doing another plug. You're welcome, Disney.
I didn't say that.
I heard that song and I said, "That's my story. That's what I need to bring all of this together." And as soon as Sam is awakened, that's kind of when the nightmares begin. And we relive through how these people died. What's their connection to Skeleton Sam? And are you going to get it all? We'll find out because it's told entirely through dance and song. So there's not much dialogue that's involved. It is literally a big
performing
energetic dance show that is it's gonna send a shiver down your spine. That's kind of our tagline.
I want to go there and see it by myself because I wanna like enjoy all the details about because I love this kind of shows. It's just give me Broadway high level fashion couture.
And our dancers are fierce. I kid you not. We had a ton of people submit. It was a very tough decision because I thought for me when I run my own company, I didn't want to base it off of favoritism or nepotism, which happens a lot in casting. I wanted the best talented people to be a part of my show.
And the quality the quality that you want to put it in.
Right, because I don't want to be like, just because we're friends, I'm going to put you in the show. I wanted people that I knew were going to be a part of something special. I want to celebrate the unique individual. I want to celebrate someone that you may not necessarily see all the time, where you keep seeing the same faces in the same areas all the time. This is something that I want to showcase people that don't get their flowers, don't get to be celebrated. And that's what I believe that we've done here. It is, it's going to be something very, very special. And at the end of the day, it's not about the competition of winning patrons pick. It's not about, trying to make the most money or blah, blah, blah. I want to put a product out there that audiences leave and they
always
say
gonna be talk. Always gonna be talk. And
yeah, I want them to have a great time. I want them to go, this is something special, something unique. I'm very, very excited. We open May 14th, 9:50 p.m. is the first show. And then our last show is May 25th, maybe, which is at 8 p.m. But if we sell the most tickets and get patrons pick, we will have an encore performance on May 26th, which is the last day of the festival. So we're very, very hopeful for that. But we've guaranteed 7 performances.
Where they can find the information to buy the tickets for this event. And although I know you told me that if somebody memorize or learn the performance choreography of Sam Skeleton Soirée, they have a special thing.
Okay, so yeah, but for tickets and everything, it's going to be on the Orlando Fringe website. It's just going to be the title of our show, Sam Skeleton Soirée. That's what you can search for. We are going to be in the Silver venue, which is the Edith Bush Theater, which is at Orlando Family Stage, formerly the Orlando Rep. That's where we're going to be taking place in our shows. We have a total of 320 seats, so get your tickets while you can. Tickets are going to be $15 plus a fringe button, so make sure that you have a fringe button over here, which is a one-time fee of $10 that you can go see other shows throughout the festival. And I do encourage everyone to go see other shows throughout the festival. It is a wonderful 2-week process that happens on the lawn at the Shakes. I loved performing in the last 2 years, and being a producer this time, I've definitely dealt with a lot of stress. I feel like it's more stressful as a producer than a performer, but it's a great time. Go support the arts. Go support local arts. That's what it's all about. It's about creativity and being around theater people. It's a really good time. So go celebrate that. But definitely come to our show.
Of course.
$15 tickets, but we do have one very special show which we are offering discounted tickets that are only $6. I know. Yes, and I believe that date is May 19th, the 5:35 p.m. show. That is a special $6 discounted show. So come on down and see the show on that day if you're trying to save a buck or two.
Of course, and Sam Skeleton Soirée, we're going to be part of the festival of Orlando Fringe. It's from May 14th to May 25th, and a special performance encore on the 26th in case the Sam Soirée, Skeleton Soirée is selected. Although, guys, any information of Sam, where they can find it?
So we will be posting links to our ticket site and everything on our social media pages. We do have a Facebook page and an Instagram page, which is just our production company. Well, my production company name. It's a play on my last name because my last name is Spare. So it's Spare Me the Details Productions. That is on Instagram and on Facebook. We post all our info over there. That's where you're going to find ticket sales. Also on the Facebook page, we will have all of the dates listed in event calendars for us to send invitations to. So go ahead and select which one that you're going to be attending. We'd love to see you there. Every performance will have a digital program that you can scan on a QR code where you can learn who our cast are. We will also be featuring them on social media as well, individually as they go through. And we'll even be doing some fun little Instagram takeovers from each cast member for each different show date. So yeah, it's going to be a good time. And on the festival, we will actually be giving away our own personalized buttons as well. So at the end of the show, if you want to take home a little keepsake, we're giving away not giving away. Any dollar donation that you give us, anything from $1 to, $500, if you will, we'll give you a button. We'll give you a button. It'll either say dance or die, which is going to be our tagline of our show. And we also have one that has the poster of our show, which you see right over here. And we also have another button that's going to be my personal logo for Spare Me the Details Productions. And we have a very exclusive button that we are only handing out on opening night, or if you go to a certain show.
Yep.
So we are doing a cross promotion with another show that they are doing a very interactive thing where if you go there, they're going to teach you a dance step from our show. And if you come up to any of our Skelly girls or guys, you need to perform in front of them the dance number. And if you do that, you'll get that exclusive button. And that exclusive button will say, "I survived Sam Skeleton Soirée."
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, all the information is going to be in Spare Me the Details production on Facebook and Instagram. And although in the description of this video on YouTube of Into the Spotlight TV, you're going to have all the links accessible so you can go there and follow them the most faster as you can. Samuel Spare, thank you so much to be here tonight with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you for supporting local artists, and it's been an absolute pleasure.
It was total pleasure to me. But so, ladies and gentlemen, this video is gonna be linked to the live studio interview with the team and the cast of Sam Skeleton Soirée here on Into the Spotlight Talk Show. Let's see you next time. Thank you for watching this special guest, Samuel Spare.